Hey book buddies, and welcome back to another episode of Sarah's Reviewing Books. And in this episode I'm going to be reviewing Return to Berlin by Ellen Feldman, which is a book that I received from HarperCollins New Zealand, but as per usual I will promise to be completely honest about any books that I review. So this is a historical fiction set post World War II in Berlin, and it follows the story of Millie, who along with her younger brother escaped Germany before the start of World War II. They went to the States, and then her brother enlisted in the American Army and fought during the war, and after the war she returns to Berlin associated with the army to try and help with the denazification of Germany. So I thought that the story was really interesting. It's set in a kind of interesting period that I haven't really seen or read before, talking like just after 1945, when World War II had finished and during the occupation of the Allied forces in Germany. And there's a lot of interesting aspects that come up that I had never thought about, like what life was like in war-torn Germany at that point. I guess the state that people were in, and now that they've realized kind of what had been happening for the past however many years, I can't think off the top of my head how many years it is. And then there were things mentioned like the people who were liberated from the concentration camps, how they would just kind of, if they had to go, they just went anywhere because that is just what they got used to when living in the concentration camps. While it was a really interesting kind of concept in time, there are a lot of things that I did struggle with in this book. For me, I found it very monotonous. Like the tone never seemed to change. I could never pick up the kind of tones and the emotions in the characters' voices, and then the dialogue was to me very unnatural and just a little bit strange and weird. Also, I actually don't really have an idea of the years in which I mentioned in this book. Time was confusing, and the amount of time that passed in this book, I don't really know. One of the other things was that I felt that there was very little to no character development, especially for the main character Millie. And one of the last points I want to make is that this is one of those books that I really wish they had included a glossary in it, because there is a lot of military jargon in it and a lot of German words, and I honestly had no idea what they were talking about. Interesting story. I just wish it had been developed more and there'd been more to it. I know that there would be people out there that would absolutely enjoy the story. If anybody else has read it, I would absolutely love to know your feedback. But overall, I've actually rated this book 2 out of 5 stars. Thank you HarperCollins for sending it to me.